closing is one of those areas where your mindset is going to be even more important than your skills. Now, there are some tips and tricks that you can use and learn. And you can also learn some answers to some common objections. All of that will definitely improve your skill and your success. But without the right closing mindset, all of that will be useless. So, what is the right mindset? First, let me show you what the wrong mindset is. Okay? The wrong mindset is having these thoughts in your mind while you're doing the closing. Like, for example, oh, I really hope that the prospect is impressed. I hope that they like it. I hope they're not going to give me any excuses. No, of course, they're not going to say yes right now on the spot. Definitely, they need to take some time. I hope that, I can get those objections and really handle it so that at least in the next few days, they will join. And I hope that they don't think that I was trying to trap them by being friendly with them before while I was prospecting. Or if you're doing a presentation for your downlines prospect, then having the thoughts that, I hope that my new IR don't get demotivated if this person says no, and I hope that the new person, the new IR doesn't think that the business is not good, or the company is not good if this prospect rejects. All these are thoughts that go on in majority of networkers' mind when they go for closing after the presentation. And all these thoughts make your posture weak and it drains out your confidence. And some uplines, they, after the presentation, only handle some objections and then put the majority of the responsibility onto the new IR to follow up and close their prospect. And that is one of the worst mindset one can have as a working upline. So what is the right mindset? Can you actually have a strong posture even at closing? See, most people think that they can only have a strong posture when they are doing prospecting. And they think that as soon as my prospect comes to know that this is network marketing, then I will not be able to show any posture and I will just have to depend on the law of averages. See, law of average is for the 90% of the networkers who don't have the right mindset and also don't have the skills. So the thought I want you to have when you are doing the closing immediately after the presentation is this. The thought that, okay, let me see if this guy is smart enough to have grasped the business. Okay, not everyone grasps the potential and this the huge scope of this business in the first shot. So let us see if this guy is smart enough. See, just that change in thought as to let me evaluate that person as opposed to I don't know what he's going to think about me or my business. Just that thought flips the whole situation of posture and confidence in your mind. So now that becomes an extremely powerful mindset to go in and start doing the closing conversation. So the thought I would have is, okay, let me see if this guy is a leader or if he is someone I will need to push across the finish line. Okay, let me check that person out. It will be fun to discover what kind of person it is. Now, having this kind of belief gives you that posture even while you're closing, and that will help you do the correct activities with that posture, which will definitely reflect on you getting better results. So the belief is, that you are checking the prospect out and not the other way around. Okay. So I'm thinking, okay, let me check out this prospect's mindset and let me see if that person is a leadership material or not. And if they are not, no problem. Let me at least see if they are going to be a good team player and a good follower. Now, if they are not going to be a leader material and also not a good team player material, then I might not be interested in that person. Then that person will become an obstacle for the growth of the whole team. And after all, there are millions of qualified prospects out there in the world. So I don't need, I'm not desperate to get a person who's not suitable for my business, which will at the end harm my business. And if they are a follower material, then I can practice my skills and see if I can lead them out of their own excuses and their own limiting beliefs. So I get to practice on that person, my leadership skills, if I can help them to overcome their limiting beliefs. See, for me personally, closing is the best practice field for working with people to helping them overcome their limiting beliefs. Now, you cannot help people overcome their limiting beliefs by lecturing. Okay, it is done skillfully through questions, by giving examples, by giving confidence, a little bit of a push, a little bit of a pull. So all those things need to be done to help people overcome their limiting beliefs. And for me, closing is one of the best areas to practice that with a person. And the main reason why somebody don't sign up is, after all, because of some limiting belief they have, right? Either the limiting belief about, failure, or, a fear, things like that. All right. So now I am going in for closing with, first of all, with the mindset to discover if this prospect is a leader or not. And if the person is not a leader, then the second thing is, let me see if I can help them to overcome their own limiting belief. And even if after doing everything that I know, if they still cannot overcome their own limiting belief, then there's nothing I can do. At least I tried. They're not lucky enough to work with me. Maybe after a few weeks, after a few months, or after a few years, maybe this person will get enough courage in their life, in themselves, and then I can try and, approach them at that time. So I don't have the mindset of, I'm going to beg, or I'm going to ask the prospect for a favor or anything like that. I am doing the prospect a favor. If the prospect's limiting beliefs are stopping them, I will do my best to help them through questions and examples and pulling and pushing and all that stuff. But it is their mindset and their life after all. And I am not going to forcefully try and convince someone who is not suitable for the business. That is my mindset. But the people with the wrong mindset, the moment they are not able to convince a prospect, they go into depression and they think that it is somehow their fault or their business's fault or the company's fault or the product's fault or the upline's fault or somebody fault that this prospect is not convinced. And because of that, they take rejection personally and it affects their own self-esteem.